I'm saying, so like not working with any...
To be fair though, you know what's thinking about it now, we've always kind of had it in us.
Right.
I'll go back to uni, remember Helsinki? Helsinki was like, we went for a university trip to Helsinki for like 6 days or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was just mad over there, it was all snowing and everything, snowstorms a lot. We've come in to just kind of go to visit another uni, do 1-2 bits. And myself, Calvin, Hayes, we're there chilling, tutus were just swung out, nobody knows where we are. We just said to the tutors, I'm going to go and do something. So we've gone for the whole day, and we've come back and we've shot 3 different editorials in one day.
Yeah, man. In a whole different country.
In a whole different...
You know, not funded.
You know what I mean? It's just like, I was doing our thing.
Yeah, man, just doing our thing.
And having the ability to create contacts to
This
allow us to
is
have
it.
this.
So they
They didn't see that they had the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Obviously, what they see is obviously they have this cultural bias where it's like,
It's free black guys.
they might not be like malicious or anything, but they automatically think, alright.
Yeah, free black guys.
They
the
can't
same way,
really,
you know,
they can't really do that. They didn't expect it.
This is it. So
we were very much to ourselves, not in a bad way. We did integrate with everybody else. But
we'll speak to you if you know. It was, you know what I mean? It was cool, but obviously,
but collectively as a creative group, we very much just bounced off each other. I think that's what was like all the way through uni, through Tyree, through everything. We've found ways of bouncing off people that can bounce off each other.
Yeah, but I think that's natural because we understood, you know, our upbringings, or you know, we're coming from similar places, so we could relate to each other. I couldn't relate to Lucy and them, and you know what I'm saying? Some of them youths, they were like middle class and you know what I mean?
Some of the tutors, the kind of work they used to push.
Yeah, Emma was riding horses and stuff like that. She had pet horses and that.
I don't care about that.
This girl's got ponies and that in their backyard. I can't relate to that. Do you see what I'm saying? So I couldn't bounce off of that. We couldn't sit there and have a conversation that could go on for long. The way we connect, because we're coming from 2 different worlds. But with these guys, obviously, we're coming from similar upbringings. You know, our stories are similar. Yeah. So boom, that's natural.
It was family. It was family.
Exactly.
It was like we were all there. We were all like a band of brothers, and we all came together. We all. Like I was saying, like studio in uni. Yeah. We just block booked the whole uni. Nobody could technically use the uni studio at one point because we were just in there.
Wow. But we're just passionate about what we're doing, man. So you know, once we figured it out, we were like, cool. Let's get the work done.
That was the thing. Like you use other people's slots as well.
You know,
can you just put the studio for
so
me?
you're not just bullying people anyhow just because.
They just recognize it. They're just like, alright. I ain't gonna use it.
But we'll hook you up if you want to use it. We're not going to use it, but you guys do your thing. And we were there 24/7. And we're talking, uni was Monday to Friday. We were still there Saturday, Sunday.
And
You know what I mean?
Working.
In there.
You know.
I'd even go as far, I shouldn't say this, but we cut the key at one point today. We shouldn't even cut the key, but we had our own little personal key.
I'm going to the ones that say they did the most.
We weren't supposed to. But one of the tutors did find out. I was like, you know what, you guys are doing your thing, so we're cool. As long as you're here doing what you're doing, we're happy with that. And it was like that. We were there Monday to Friday, just
working, man.
Just like
crazy,
pushing ourselves.
Yeah, man.
Any ideas that we had, just pushing.
And we had to change opinions in there as well. Like uni was, you know, we got judged from our parents or whatever. You know, I remember too us saying one time, those guys sitting up there at the top, they're not gonna make it in life. People saying stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff we had to go through. But then by the time we finished uni, that same tutor is saying these are the guys. You don't need to follow. Look at these guys, what they've done. Look what they've done with the magazine. Whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like we had to change
you
opinions.
made him eat his words.
Yeah, definitely.
It was.
I love
it was literally like these guys will not amount to anything.
You know?
They don't pay no attention. We were at the back. And we were amongst ourselves, but we were always paying attention. So if we're in lectures, we were working. It's the thing. It's not like we weren't doing. We were actually working, but we had the dictaphones at the bottom, so we're getting everything down on tape.
Oh my
god! You know what I mean? It was one of those ones. We were always there. We was in tune, but we was getting things done. So we were multitasking.
Because people forget that we was trying to study get earn our degree, and we're trying to do what we're doing outside, like with our careers, because we started our careers whilst we're at uni. You see what I'm saying? So we were doing our professional practice. In actual, we were actually practicing it in real life. It wasn't just a module.
Yeah, no,
you see what I'm saying?
Not that was just studying. We were professional photographers at uni.
You see what I'm saying?
Coming in and paying us to do shit.
This is the thing. So we were already practicing this stuff from from while we're still studying.
I wasn't even charging people to use the studio at uni.
Really?
Yeah,
we got paid to do
Hustle.
this is my studio. It's like I'm using it for you. I don't really want to shake it.
That's a hustle. I didn't even speak of that.
That's a good one, man. I've seen that, man.
That's crazy. We've been through a journey that's just come full circle, basically. And what's happening with Silverspace now, and all the other little projects that we're working on is, just come full circle. So, probably fill you in on a little bit more now.
Nice. So, like, what's it like working with your friends? How do you guys?
Let me answer this.
yeah. You know what? It's because also at a moment recently at the studio the other day, we was obviously doing a still life, Matt's doing a still life, and we just had this moment. We was all like in the studio and we was thinking, this is how life should be,
Yeah.
It was a little bit wave, but like, it was a gin and juice. Yeah, the gin and juice.
It's always a gin and juice.
We're just here doing what you love. Doing what you love.
Yeah, we were there just working. And it's like, obviously the studio's been going on 2 years now, 2.5 years.
Right.
Silverspace.
Yeah.
But I feel like...
Just Studio A.
Or just Studio A, sorry, obviously Studio B is now added to a hopefully ever-growing portfolio of studios.
Amen.
There. But it's, I feel like working with friends is a different type of blessing. I couldn't explain it to you. It's literally like, it's like being with your family. It's like working with siblings. You know what I mean? It's like having your people around you. You will love them, you will argue, you'll be vexed with each other, but shit will always get done. You'll find ways to come together to make shit work. And Silverspace is pretty much like that. That's how it was. Like, we would quarrel, would bicker over certain things if we've got different ideas about this and that. But no matter what the most important thing is, what works best for the company works best for everybody. That was always the understanding. And I feel like because of that, that's why we're where we are now. You know what I mean? It was never I. You know the saying is there's no I in team.
Yeah, there's no I in team.
Never anything. We've always never looked at, we all do things individually. But like I was saying, from university, we've grown up supporting each other. So if Calvin was shooting, I'll be assistant.
Right.
Then Tay coming to the photo, Tay was assistant. Tay was shooting, we'll be their assistant, vice versa with myself. We've always done.
We help each other anyway. We've been given with our own projects, so
everything from day one.
The team is still there. The team is still the team, even if the project is his or mine.
No matter what.
That's just how we do things. Do you know what I mean? Because you need to be able to call in your people when the going gets tough. So
I feel like that's what we find that's really important. We find that when you are working with friends and it is that family type of environment, you're working around people that will hold you accountable.
Yeah.
Themselves.
That's very important.
We find I feel like anything to do with business, we were saying this, we were discussing this the other day. I feel like if you're going into business with people, find people that are around you that are ready to pull you up.
Right.
Hold you accountable for your,
Accountability partners are like key.
It's so important.
Right.
And progressive ones.
You know what I mean? Because it shows
that's in business and everything else.
Everything else,
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Find people that themselves want to excel and they want you to excel. And they will push you the way that they will push themselves to get to where you need to get to. You know what I mean? None of us are trying to do something and leave anybody behind. We've never looked at that. If one of us gets through a door, best believe we're all following through. And that's how we've always looked at it. No matter who gets there, if an achievement's unlocked, we're celebrating. But we know that when that moment comes through, we're all going through the same doors. That's how it's always been from day one. That's how we look at it. So man. It's a blessing.
And how have you guys handled or maneuvered having different ideas and kind of trying to build that together? How do you guys kind of do you have moments where you're like, okay, tonight, this time I'm gonna let him win, but the next time I definitely have to have it. Do you guys have that?
It's never been a win thing.
Right.
I think that's what it is. It's like
it's not competition.
Best for the vision.
It's not competition.
If somebody wins, we're all winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was
to be honest,
it was that kind of vibe. If there's times where, like for instance, there's times I was going through a moment in life and I didn't even touch a camera. You know what I mean? I didn't pick up a camera or nothing. And Calvin was the first person to say to me, listen, you need to get back to doing what you love.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing where I'm going right now and I know this ain't you. You know this ain't you. So what are we going to do about it? And this is what I'm talking about, the accountability part of things.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like people that are around you. Life happens.
Essentially, that's how services was born.
This is what I'm saying.
You had to go through what you went through, and it was like,
In order
you know
to
what?
realise.
Yeah, because we've already spoken about.